Kari Lake is back. We haven't talked about Kari Lake in a very long time, but she was brought in front of a House hearing to be asked questions about her role. I guess she's been described as a senior advisor to Trump, overseeing global media. So right now that's of particular interest because the Trump administration, like so many things, tried to dismantle the Voice of America, which is the agency the U.S. government funds to try to get free press, get reporting out across the world, especially in places that have censored media and don't have free press. So it's one of those things that actually has a pretty beautiful goal and is being dismantled. Kari Lake's overseeing that, but a federal judge did block it as unconstitutional. But look at this hearing that went completely out of control. All I'm going to say to tease it is a congressman was grilling Kari Lake about still not conceding her elections. All right. And says, will you concede? And Kari Lake responds with something to say about the gay. Okay, so that'll be your only teaser. PBS reports the federal judge who blocked the Trump administration from dismantling Voice of America is seeking more information from the government about whether it's complying with his order preserving the 83-year-old international news service. And our adversaries were hyped. That'll come up too in this hearing whenever this started being dismantled, because its objective is largely to get accurate reporting out to places where our adversaries don't want such information to get to. Kari Lake, a senior advisor to President Trump, is expected to testify in a House Foreign Affairs hearing about the U.S. Agency for Global Media. And that's what we have here. So this is Greg Stanton, and he's gonna make some good points in this clip. And we're building to Kari Lake being Kari Lake.
There's a more fundamental issue I want to address today, and that is character. You see, Ms. Lake, we have both been public figures in Arizona for a long time. I've seen you in action, including your behavior in the last 2 elections. And let me be clear about something. The American people cannot believe a word you say. You ran for governor in Arizona in 2022. You lost fair and square.
We're still doing lawsuits, Stant. I have a press conference in 2 weeks where I'm going to reveal the data that I won the 2022 gubernatorial race. It's still coming.
Instead of conceding, you embarrassed yourself and our state
True.
By lying again and again for years, blaming everything under the sun for your loss, except for your own toxic politics.
Whew.
You lie about that election to this very day. You lied about signatures on mail-in ballots not matching those on file. Proven wrong. You lied about ballots being intentionally misprinted and then rejected in Republican areas. Total BS. You lied and said hundreds of thousands of ballots were mishandled. Zero evidence. You claimed fake ballots were snuck into batches before they were counted. Come on. You repeated these lies again and again, and you've said even recently, quote, I am the duly elected governor. They just stole it, unquote. Give me a break.
Give me a joke.
Ms. Lake, your new role requires you to tell the truth. For decades, whenever authoritarians and dictators suppressed the people and claimed victory in fraudulent elections, Voice of America countered those lies. I can't imagine how people fighting for democracy today and around the world can trust someone who has so shamelessly lied about her own election.
Will the gentleman yield to
Ms.
the
Lake,
question?
no, I will not.
Okay,
Ms.
well,
Lake,
just so you know.
Wow. So far, so good, right? Because it's a fantastic point. Wait. Voice of America, in many cases, has had to give real information about elections as authoritarians lie about them. But now you're the boss of Voice of America when you are, let's be honest, most known for lying about your election. That was you were just a local media personality. You ran for governor and your whole public profile was just you going, my election was stolen, and always saying it was about to be proven and always claiming that I guess now she's both the duly elected governor and senator. But TBD on that being successfully litigated. And then you have this.
Are you finally ready to admit you lost the 2022 Arizona election?
I think Greg watches this show. I think he does, because something I've said every time she comes up or other people come up is you might think, that's so long ago. Do we really? Yes. I don't care if I'm 80 years old and if Carrie is whatever that would place her at. And I'm still going to ask her that question until she gives up on it. Same thing with Trump, because everything else is built on it. Our entire process is built on it.
Are you finally ready to admit you lost the 2022 Arizona election?
It saddens me that you are from Arizona and you're okay with
That's a yes or no question, Ms. Lake.
It saddens me that you are from Arizona.
I guess the answer is no. Reclaiming my time.
The gentleman will suspend, will stop the clock. For all present, members are reminded to avoid engaging in personality toward the president and other members. Okay, and
what are you even saying? What are you even engaging in personality? You're trying to say personality attacks. What are we doing, sir?
This is a member of the administration, so I would caution all to stay on the subjects and stay off of personalities.
Would love to.
Please. Gentlemen may continue.
Yes, and in this case, these are adjudicated lies. Courts of law have determined that these are lies. These are not me saying it. You didn't just lie to the press.
The courts are really awesome.
You took those lies to.
Yeah. So first of all, please do click the subscribe button if you appreciate the show. It's free, but it just helps to suggest videos to you whenever we post them. And the bell, hit the bell. But the Republican chairman tries to jump in. This is not personality attacks. This is very reasonable to say, literally, if your job is overseeing a media organization that's supposed to prioritize truth across the world, as it combats an information war, info wars, with regimes that try to abstract and distract from and distort the truth, I think her track record with the truth is a perfectly fair thing to bring up. It's not a personality, as he says, or personality attack. And this is where Kari Lake drops the gay bomb. Here we go.
What the editorial content is, and I would hope that you would not be okay with that. They could literally put out a lie about anybody here. And I know you've been the victim of that. I remember the stories about you where they said you had a gay lover, and those were going
Mr.
out
Chairman.
Can I
hope you would honor what you just gave as a caution to everyone, and I moved those words
to tell you those.
Darn it. Whoever jumped in to defend Stanton here really flopped. Is it true, Stanton? You never invited me?
Those kind of lies.
Listen to that again. I moved to Holy Smokes. What the heck?
Where they said you had a gay lover, and those were going
Mr.
out.
Chairman.
Can I
hope you would honor what you just gave as a caution to everyone, and I moved those words
to tell you those kind of.
I hope you honor those as to stricken. Come on. This is the big leagues, brother. Come on, you gotta defend your man. She's throwing out, she's slinging spaghetti at the wall. You gotta save him. That's so funny. Can we listen one more time, please? Jaden, can we? Okay.
About you, where they said you had a gay lover, and those were going out.
Mr. Chairman.
Can I
hope you would honor what you just gave as a caution to everyone, and I moved those words
to tell you those kind of lies, and you said those were lies. Those kind of lies could be broadcast today on VOA, and you couldn't pick up the phone, Representative Stanton, and call them and say, hey, you're putting out lies about me. You would not be able to do that because they would sue you for breaking the firewall.
That was your point? That was funny. That's when you're just trying to get that jab in, but you don't know how to connect it. Like I remember things, they could say that you had a gay lover. They could say that you had him dress up like a zebra. They could say that you would get zebra stuffed animals and the gay lover would smack you in the face with it while you say kumbaya. They could say that they would smack you with a cheetah and you would raise up your gay lover like in the movie Lion King and you would say, it's the circle of life right at your point of orgasm. They could say, and you and the VOA would not stop it. It's like, huh? Why was that story necessary? Carrie. What are we gonna do? That was a mean move. That was a mean move. They said that you would fill up a barrel with milk and then your gay lover would dress as a cow and you would pretend like you were doing something with the udder of a cow as you splashed around in milk. I mean, is that acceptable to you? Because to answer your question, I won the election. Oh, Carrie, what's happening? Now no one cares about her anymore, too. I mean, this is her moment. But she thought she was going to be not the next, but she thought she was going to be president. When she was running for governor and looked like she could win, she thought she was going to then run for president. And few people are as loving, as admirating, or as complimentary of Kari Lake as Kari Lake. And then more.
That's the
not
answer.
how
Let me
you
one
treat
final
other
question.
people that
The
are being
gentlelady
questioned.
will suspend, please. Go ahead. You may
You
continue.
lost for governor in 2022 to Katie Hobbs. You lost even worse to Ruben Gallego for Senate in 2024. Well, Arizona has another election for governor next year. Will you do us all a favor and run it back and run for governor again?
Oh,
I yield.
The gentlelady,
No more questions.
you
Can I
respond.
respond
You may
to some of
respond.
that? Because that was complete insanity. I wish I could yield back the last 5 minutes of my life, actually. And I want to apologize.
I really don't like her, but that was a bar. That was a bar. Do you know what you call that? Parliamentary jokes. Wow. I wish I could yield back the last 5 minutes of my life.
No more questions.
Can I
Respond. You
respond
may
to some of
respond.
that? Because that was complete insanity. I wish I could yield back the last 5 minutes of my life, actually. And I want to apologize to the people of Arizona that we have somebody who's representing the folks in one of our great parts of the valley that doesn't care about the integrity of our election. So
And I just want to submit to the record, just before we go here, this article that was written about you, sir. You know where I'm going. Something gay, something funny story. Okay, you get the point. That's where she's going. That's crazy. You're calling him insane? Did you see what you just did? This is politics. I saw someone say, we shouldn't allow politics to become entertainment. I agree. I wish it weren't. I wish it were all about policy. And this is happening. You know, it's like, what do we do other than laugh at it? I think. Share your thoughts in the comments.